Amy Raskin is the chief investment officer of the Chevy Chase Trust. Bill Miller was on the network yesterday, too, saying that he doesn't see stocks as being dramatically overvalued. And he was even sort of backing up his investments in troubled places like the airlines. So there are competing views, Amy. We have come a long way, but you have a lot of foundation under this market in terms of stimulus from the Fed and from Washington.
I agree with obviously everything you just said. We do think the market is a little toppy here, and we're a little bit cautious right now. But you have two completely polar forces pulling on the market. You have the worst economic downturn since the Great Depression, which we don't think is going to end anytime soon. I don't think anybody thinks it's going to end anytime soon, versus this gargantuan liquidity push from the Fed and from the government. Typically, in the short run, liquidity wins. I don't think people buying the market now really think that this is a cheap or attractive market. Even Bill Miller has said it's fairly valued, not cheap. So I think you're getting this push into equities from the Fed, which is clearly wanting to squash volatility, wanting to raise asset prices, is trying to bridge us until the economy comes back. We don't know if they could do that or not. And every time you hear more about potentially more stimulus, the market reacts positively like it did today. So it's this push-pull between the economic news and the Fed stimulus. It's really hard to make that call of who's going to win. We're relatively optimistic that you do get a treatment in the second half of the year. And I think we're most optimistic about Regeneron's cocktails in that regard. But it's very, very hard to make that call. And honestly, nobody knows.